Living on me, living.
You didn't live, bro.
He did what he was supposed to do.
He was never a gangster, actually.
He's still living right now, though.
He was never a gangster.
He dead. He's still living.
Exactly. And the young boys have no idea.
Man, Shaku could have done a lot more, bro.
But that's the thing, though. You think he could have, but what if he didn't?
A good question.
I think his mom put a lot of pressure on him, too.
To do what?
She just should have let him be. His
Hello,
mom was a
hello.
revolutionary.
I'm in the fries right now.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of In the Fries. We have a really exciting episode today. We are here with Brizzy on the Beat.
Yes.
Billboard producer, songwriter.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you, and of course, I have my lovely co-host here. They don't need any introduction.
Yes.
Right, gentlemen?
They know already.
You already know.
In the fries, you're in the
We in the
fries.
fries.
We're giving it all to our special guest today.
Yeah,
we want you to
thank you.
give us a little intro, a little something about yourself that we don't know for the people that are not familiar with you, a little backstory.
Okay, well, first of all, y'all, thank you. You know, it's early, so I'm happy that I was able to get up this morning and meet with y'all today, man, for real.
Thank you.
So I go by the name of Brizzy On Da Beat, music producer, songwriter from Philadelphia, Southwest. Had 17 music group CEO, Billboard producer, soon to be platinum, gold, all of that good stuff, you know. And I'm one of those ones. I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones.
Okay.
So, my brother, how you feel about producing one of the biggest songs of last summer, right? That No Bars, JT.
You know what?
That time JT was in her prime. She had her sugar daddy Diddy.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's Miami.
Oh yeah.
You get your artists mixed up.
Miami,
That's
yeah.
Miami.
But that was a big record.
It was a blessing, man, and you know, forever, I'm gonna be grateful just for that whole opportunity and that whole situation. As producers, we always work hard and we aspire to have those type of opportunities to be able to like have your record be selected by artists and it goes viral and it goes crazy, and then you start making money off the record, and you start seeing it being toured and played in clubs. There's times that I just be sitting down sometimes, and the song been out for almost 3 years, whatever, and I'm just eating and I'm hearing the song still getting played to this day.
What song are we talking about for those who don't know?
We're talking about No Bars by JT.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm forever grateful for that because it opened a lot of doors for me, and for me just being a natural born, hustler and someone that loves the grind. I'm gonna forever push that song and spread the word about how possible it is to achieve records like that. But that's done. It's here. We on to the next. But it's forever one of those records that like I'm gonna hold dear to my heart. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
So when it comes to that record, right?
Yeah.
Like the creative process with that record, like like I've been in the studio with producers, right, and I kind of seen a lot of them how they went about creating, like it just has to be like that vibe, and you might just get this sound because you basically put a lot of different sounds together, right? Mm-hmm. And like that record, like what was the creative process with that record?
So the creative process really was just me in Atlanta, right? And that's how good God is, right? That's how great He is. So I'm in Atlanta, ironically. My boy Wayno, shout out to Wayno, he told me to come down to work with some of the new artists that QC had just signed at that time. Mind you, this like 2021 or 2022, one of them years. So the whole time this is my first time in QC studio. I'm in the same place where Lil Baby recorded some of the biggest songs, and I'm just like starstruck in a sense, and it's like it was too surreal. You know what I mean? So it was me. There was an engineer, also a producer. His name is Knock. He was also one of the producers on the beat. And I'm literally like nervous, but I'm in my element at the same time. Like I'm about to make some beats. So literally, it just was a beat we made. Like I'm making a whole bunch of records, and then my boy Knock was like, "Yo, I got a melody for you. Like if you want to mess with it." So he sent it over to me. And as soon as I hear it, I'm just like, oh, I already know where I'm going to go with this. When you hear that beat, I guess you can call it like a Detroit type of beat or something like that. And I just felt like that was the vibe for that record. So we made that beat in like 20 minutes. Literally, it was just a crazy, 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 crazy vibe. It was no extreme direction. It was just a vibe that I felt, and we was able to put the record together. And ironically, that beat, we actually sent that beat out to like a lot of artists.
Wow.
That beat
Wow.
got sent out. I sent that out to a lot of my big celebrity friends that are fire. But we got it back from JT, and when I got the call that she hopped on the record, I was just like, "Did she finish it?" Like, so when they said that she finished it, I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy." And then it took a little minute to come out, and it was like giving me like that vibe, like, is the record ever gonna come out? Because it ended up getting leaked and stuff. So
Dang.
the label kept following up and said, yeah, she loves the record. She loves the record. It's coming out. It's coming out. And then when it finally actually dropped, I just felt like it was a game changer for her career and also for mine.
That's amazing. Before we get into all of your accomplishment, I like to go back. How did you get started? How did you get into music? You're a Liberian?
Yes.
For the people that
Liberian
are
and
watching that don't
Ghanaian.
know, we're in the fries. We got to clarify that
fries,
before you
though.
say, where you tell the American man from?
Yes.
You're Liberian. How did you get started into music and production, and how did you get here?
Yeah, well, shout out to my mom because I'm Liberian.
Yes.
And I'm Ghanaian as well. My father's
Okay.
from Ghana.
Okay.
But I've been raised around Liberians all my life.
I mean, so
You
you're
feel me?
Liberian, old shout out everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man, you Liberian, man. That
I'm
Ghanaian
Liberian,
blood, man.
man.
But he is Ghanaian. He have
Yeah,
Ghanaian.
but-
You know, I got.
He is a Ghanaian too, bro.
gotta-
He is a
yeah,
Ghanaian.
My last
But you
name. My
can't
last
take that,
name hold
bro.
weight, man. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take that back.
My
Yeah,
man, I see
you
that,
are.
man. The whole time I know that, man. My whole time.
He
They feel the
don't
man
clean
was
the Liberian
raised in
side.
Southwest. Yeah, definitely a whole thing that Liberian, man.
So how did you get into music?
I always had a liking for music. Music has been something that I've been passionate about all my life. I don't know, honestly, why it, like, God put it in my heart. But, like, I just always loved music. Music was a way for me to just express myself. Music was a way for me to find myself. Because, when you're growing up in life, you're trying to find who you are in a sense. It's just something about music I just gravitated to it at 14. But it was the year of 2017 that I committed to my passion. I committed to music. I committed to it because, y'all ever been by yourselves and y'all just kind of like have that moment where you're asking yourself a bunch of questions like, what I want to do with my life? Like,
Right.
where do I see my life
Yeah.
5-10 years down the road? You know what I'm saying? And God just put it in my heart where it's just like, man, you got to do music. That's what I put you here for.
Wow.
And then after that, 2017, January 1st, shout out to my brother Maul Gates. He put me in the studio, and I never left the studio. I just made beats. I was sweeping the floors at that studio. I was giving out free beats at that studio to work with anybody from Philadelphia just to get my beat out there. I made beats in like the smallest, from my mom's basement to one of the smallest rooms at that studio, but people used to come to that room because they wanted beats. So from 2017, I just never left that place. I didn't make no money.
Incredible journey, bro.
Definitely.
Incredible
Please, my
journey.
brother, please
Incredible.
highlight that again. What you say?
I didn't make no money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you didn't make no money.
I didn't make no money.
So like outside the mix and mastering, I mean, who is Brizzy?
my father, man of God,
Man of God.
yeah. And it takes time to get to that level. You gotta understand.
Yeah,
life.
say everything there, right? so my man, right?
Yeah.
We from Liberia. We African in general, right? Growing up in an African home, when you tell your parents, say, "Oh, I'm doing music,"
Ha.
I'm not going to school. I'm not gonna go to college to get my doctor degree or my nursing degree. I'm gonna do music. What's some of the challenges you went through in that through that whole situation?
I mean, you know what, man? My mom, my family, they all. I made it known that I was doing music.
Yeah.
I grew up. I didn't really grow up with like a dad, like really present in my life. You feel me? So I just felt like as a young man growing up, I had good people around me. You know what I'm saying? I had good circle of influence. Like even people in the streets and people not in the street, I had a good influence. But I just knew that I just had to do something with my life, and I had to take it serious. And for some reason, music just felt like that was all I was good at. You feel me? Like that's all I love to do. And you know, from a creative standpoint, you feel me? Like I didn't really grow up like understanding like, you know, like the Quincy Joneses and like some of the real super executive producers and stuff like that. But even growing up, like those were some of the people that I kind of like wanted to be like, in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
It just looked like an amazing thing to do. And that's when I looked at music, I found inspiration. I found creativity. You know what I mean? I used to play basketball and stuff like that, but I found music just being more so a comfortable outlet for me.
I give some credit to your mom, because on one of our episodes we talk about how African parents sometimes are not very supportive of
they're
their
not.
children. And
Some
having
of
a
them
creative background myself, I know how that is. And you say you was making beats in your mom's basement. So that's amazing that she supported you and, you know, allow you to do the things that you wanted to do for you to get this
Absolutely.
far.
Yeah, definitely.
Big
Big up
up
to Omar.
to the Liberian Omar
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, shout out to all
Big
of
up to
them.
Omar.
26 million view on YouTube.
Yeah.
Off of the record that you produce. How did that make you feel?
So can we say when it comes to Liberian views, they may have the
Producers?
most
Yeah.
You know what?
Liberian YouTube
I'll let the world.
in the world.
Listen. That's like just YouTube. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
we got all
You
the
ain't
other
talking about Apple
platforms.
Music,
We ain't talking about,
Spotify, none
you
of
feel
that.
me? But for me, it's still surreal because I'm not to sound cocky or nothing like that, but I'm blessed to, you know, be in this position where you guys want to sit down with me, even though, you know, we're all familiar with each other, but at the same time, the fact that like you guys want to talk about this is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I guess I love this journey. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
still a journey. Like 26 million just on YouTube, just off a beat I made in 20 minutes. It's like it's a blessing, and it music pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing all around the board.
I just want to give him his credit, because
Yeah.
for someone that's worked with big artists and done so much for himself, to be willing to come on our little podcast and sit with us.
beg.
You know, we got to be honest, in our
Yeah,
community, not a
that's
Liberian
amazing,
people
yeah.
do that. As
Well,
soon as they start,
we got some Liberian put on Facebook.
Never
So
despise
go on Facebook,
small
that's it.
beginnings.
My brother get Liberian put on Facebook. They ain't get no real resume.
no accolades, and they don't want to do that.
Well, maybe-
they can do free interview.
So we just, that says a lot about you as an individual. That says a lot about you as a business person.
Thank you.
That you're
I
willing to
appreciate
come,
it. I
and sit and
appreciate
do this and give us your time.
We get people that rob. You know, Robert.
They want to let drama.
I'm
They
so
let
breezy.
drama.
I'm so
People that
breezy.
Robert and put the CC Martinez, zero
Breezy.
As a real business professional, a brand, you know exactly what you're doing, and we appreciate you coming here.
Yeah.
Nah, I
We got,
And that
we
means
got,
a
big,
lot.
we got
Humble
big,
beginnings.
big boy like you.
Yeah.
Billboard.
The
Yeah,
big
yeah.
fish.
When I say
Not the little
when-
fish.
I know when we talk about certain things, right? That's one thing about our community, right?
Yes.
Right.
We don't understand that we got
Support.
people that actually perform in higher places, right?
Right.
That's why this platform is to highlight that, to
Yes.
bring that to the forefront of our community and let people really actually start working and actually doing real stuff. Not like go and sit down on Facebook
Oh, God, he's
and
starting drama.
misbehave.
So who you say you reach out to?
Huh?
Who did
No,
you
no, no,
reach
we
out
don't
to?
wanna
No,
We're
we're not talking about that.
Please.
We basically no. I'm serious. We
They want beat in the fry.
no, we
Let go there.
basically no. We basically want to let people understand, right?
Right.
Liberia is not what they think it is. We got people who actually performing,
Yes.
who
Facts.
making things shake. Like
Facts.
you a big time
Well,
producer in America.
hopefully, you know, this will, you know, open up the minds of most of
Yeah.
Liberians.
So
You know what I
breezy.
mean?
Tell us, bro. What are some of the challenges you face when it comes to production with artists and all of that?
Man, I don't even worry about the challenges, bro, because you gonna face all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna face. I can't tell. You know, we woke up. What time we left? We like five something in the morning. Like just make sure we finish a song. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Long
That's a
nights.
challenge. Like we in the studio other day, my manager Mikey and and Musso arguing, you know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to get the song done. Like, you feel me? Like, it's
Do it
all,
like this.
it's all kind of stuff, bro. Challenges always happen. You feel me? So you just got to be built for it, and you got to have the mindset, and that's why I keep a good team around me, like Mikey and other people and stuff like that. 17 Music Group. It's like you got to have good people around you, so you know when you face challenges, you got a good team to help support. And building a team takes years. It takes years. It takes generations. It takes so much time to build, and so I face every single challenge you can possibly imagine.
Yeah,
it's all about up here.
Yeah, there's this documentary that I saw with Tupac Shakur, right? Mm-hmm. He was at the studio producing, and he was like over his producer. He was like, do it like this, do it like this.
Yeah.
And they were on it like for hours, bro.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 hours. And when the guy finally got it right, then Tupac smiled. It was like,
listen,
all right, come on, we can do it.
I get phone calls every day. Every day as we was talking, my whole phone ringing. Like, it's because I got people asking me for like records. Like, hey, can you send us this? And I'm kind of like backed up on stuff. So I started signing producers now to help lighten the load, give them opportunities and things like that. But like, and there are times where I might be with an artist like that. I'm not gonna let no artist talk to me like that. But
like Tupac,
you know what I'm saying? But you feel me? But at the same time, like, you're gonna, as a creative, you're gonna spaz out on your engineer or your producer or your songwriter and stuff like that. But you just gotta know how to handle yourself. So I've been in situations like that. Like, I've worked with some challenging artists, whereas though, like, you'll have the blessing of them reaching out to you. Like a real good artist, one of my favorite artists in Philly, she reached out to me asking for some beats. Now, mind you, she's a creative. You're not just about to send her any type of beats. You're not about to just, she might ask you for a certain type. That's what she want, and sometimes as a producer and an artist asks you to send beats, and you send it, it's like shooting in the dark. You don't know how they feeling today. You might send them all kind of packs, and they might not like it.
They might like it or not.
But she responded. She was like, all of these beats is trash.
Oh.
Wow. I only like this one and this one and this one, Brizzy. These 3 out of the 6 that you sent, I only like these 3. But can you also make something like this? So then I tried to make something like this. She was like, I like it, but can you, mind you, we're on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm like, well, this is crazy. So I had to call other producers. Hey, can y'all help me play some instrument? Just whatever we got to do to get the job done, I'm going to do it. You feel me? But, I've been through every single challenge.
I love that. And I love your attitude towards things, because some people would have just been like, F it, this beat is not for you. Let's give it to someone
I'm like
else.
that too. I'm like that too.
You might have moments like that, right?
Like, you're not about to waste my time.
Absolutely not. I'm too older for that now.
Yeah, so being a Liberian person, right, what are some of the challenges, right, that you face in the music industry in general? Like, how, like, we Liberian, we feel like we disconnected with the people that are over there and the people that are over here. We all think we just on a totally different wave when it comes to music. Yeah. Like, how have you ever figured out how to connect the dot? Because I see that you in the studio with CIC, Musso, and you was working with all these cats. Like, how are you able to connect that dot from here over there? Because I know you've been in Liberia before too, right?
In 2019.
Yeah, you went down there. You was linking with people. You was moving around. So, like, how are you able to maneuver being a Liberian?
And I want to piggyback off of that to add to his question, because when we did the CIC episode, we said that a lot of people say Liberian music is trash. So I want to hear that from a producer standpoint. Like, what are your thoughts on?
All right. Well, I'll answer his question and I'll get to that.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
So, to answer your question, it's just being myself, bro. Just being myself. Being myself. That's just being me, bro. Like, and the experience of being in the industry, because now I can call myself an industry producer, not to sound Hollywood.
You can't call yourself. You are, boy. You got built.
Bro.
I mean, you got built.
Listen, I let the opinions of other people.
My brother was on the bill.
Sometimes you gotta give yourself your flowers.
How many times have you been on the Billboard charts? How many times?
Realistically, twice.
2 times.
3.
Like 3 times. Like, what else you need to happen?
That's
you know
huge.
what I'm saying? Realistically, 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, bro. God can take away all this stuff, bro.
No, but regardless, God can take it. God giving it to you, so you need to praise the man
That's
upstairs.
why I praise him.
Yeah,
you know what? You know what?
To you. Own up to that.
Listen, man. Since we in the fries, I'm gonna start talking my ish.
You gotta start. You gotta do it.
little by little, man. But just being myself, man, and experience. I've been through when he asked me about the challenge, I've been through every challenge. I've been through every experience. I've been in a lot of rooms where I thought I was the man, and the whole time there's a man that knows how to play the piano, the saxophone, make beats, and DJ, all that at one time.
scary,
and I'm
though.
just sitting there like,
Damn.
okay, yeah, but it's just
But
that
that
experience.
man don't have the grace that you got, my brother.
Absolutely.
But the
I-
thing is, I think what he's saying is those experiences humble him.
Humble him a little bit, but
Yeah, because being out in LA is really what Atlanta helped. Philly made me for sure, and I wouldn't want to be from any other city in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? I love Philly. Philly made me.
Brotherhood love.
Atlanta helped mold me. I started because a lot of my sound in the beginning. If you really follow Brizzy on the Beat, I love Atlanta music in general, just down south music. I love
your beat. A lot of your beat is kind of influenced by
Trap.
a trap. So let's get back to her question, my man, about
Oh, yeah.
people
Is
saying
Liberian music trash?
Trash, right?
Nah.
What do you think
Honest
about the
opinion. Honest opinion.
The creative
For the
part of it.
creative
The
process,
creative
you
part of
hear
the
the
process,
beats, you-
not just.
All right, let's keep it a bean.
Let's
So
keep it real.
I'm
As a
not gonna say
producer.
it's not trash. It's not trash. And a lot of music just ain't for everybody. But I just feel like this past year I really dived into Liberian, at least getting into making Afro beats, at least Afro fusion beats or whatever y'all want to call it, right? And now that I've been around it and started producing it and learning, I ain't gonna lie, it's not trash. It's truly not trash. Y'all just Liberians just gotta believe in their music. And yes, they might believe in their music. Hold on, they might believe in their music, but they also have to understand that this shit is a business, and you gotta know how to market your shit. You just can't expect J-Biz to repost you just because
You from
I'm
Liberia?
from Liberia. I
Yeah.
hate that. I
mean,
hate
I
that.
owe
I
you
hate that.
something.
Nobody owes you nothing, and that's
Yeah.
what I feel like a lot of Liberian artists, at least from my knowledge, need to understand. Like nobody owes you
The business
anything.
of music.
In the business of music, this is a dog eat dog world. Nobody cares. You feel me? But bringing up CIC, working with him was amazing. It was dope because I never actually worked in the studio with an actual Liberian-born
Back home.
artist. You know what I'm
Back home,
saying? And I'm bringing him to my world, which is more of the Americanized style of LIB music and stuff like that. So bringing him to the studio, producing with him, I'm letting him do him. But listen, there's gonna be a time you're gonna work with a Brizzy on the beat, so you gotta hop on. These are the beats right here, but we're gonna make sure it makes sense for you. Man, we got some amazing music.
I
Yeah,
love that. I
amazing
really love that,
music.
and I feel
So,
like that's what we need. We really need that in the
yeah,
community.
LIB
because
music is not
sometimes when
ass.
we're too African. we need a middle ground to mix it up. So I think you can bring a lot of your expertise to the music scene.
Maybe one day I'll get nominated for a Liberian Music Award.
And are you also
Yes.
familiar with a lot of Liberian artists, or just CIC and Moose?
I'm not familiar with a lot of them, not by name or
Okay.
whatever. There's this one girl I was in Houston, and she got this song that go like "You Stupid."
Oh,
I
MC
love that
MC
song.
Carol?
I think that's her name. I have no
Oh,
idea.
see, they're about to come for me because
I'm
I
not
don't know the
sure, I'm
artist
not sure.
either.
I forget her name, but I definitely was
Yeah.
was trying to reach out to her a couple years. It was the year that you had your event in Houston.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. I got put
yo,
on to her.
Yo, they got you talking about the girl that performed?
No, this was just
Oh shit, over there.
an artist I ended up somebody put
Coming
me
across
on
her
to.
work, right?
Yeah. That song, I love that song. I gotta look it up.
My man, they got talented people in they got talent in Liberia, right? But
Yeah, I like King D.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
hard,
the
too.
record you guys did too.
Oh yeah, that
you guys got a record you did
listen,
together
I love
too,
that
King D,
record, bro.
King
Yeah.
D.
Shout out
They
to
make
him.
they make an old they make like that song.
I love that
Clear
song.
out.
Which one? The Go Ahead?
No,
He
man,
ran-
you ain't a go ahead being in. I'll go ahead.
Which song?
You got here. Matter
it's
of
a
fact,
new
we
record.
recorded it. You was there.
You were there.
You was there. More fire.
Oh. No, that Moose song.
No,
Yeah, but
no,
Can
put-
you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Moose
yeah,
song.
King D feature King D on there.
Well, we're hoping that you
The
can do
Mo-Fi is
more
nice.
Liberian collaboration and bring some
I'm
of your
I'm willing. I
expertise.
hope after y'all see the interview today,
Yes.
make sure y'all reach out to Mikey. Do not contact me.
No.
Reach out to Mikey. or the managers in my bio.
Yes.
And let's collab. I need the fire though. It gotta be fire. It gotta be
man,
fire.
man,
And you
it's a
gotta
real-
have that drive. You can't just depend on somebody to
Yes.
change your life, bro. Nobody's
My
coming
brother
to save
Brizzy,
you.
I figure something what they beginning like, bro.
Oh boy.
I think they beginning like, bro. They beginning they're using people.
Aha.
Yeah,
In
because you know
what
why?
way?
Because let's come to you, right? You signed, right? Mm-hmm. You signed with
Warner.
right? Warner signed.
And I
you.
also signed myself 17
You,
years.
you signed yourself too, but you understand it's a business deal with it. They begin there over there. They just want, oh my man, can you help me? But they don't want to sign no paperwork.
Man,
You understand?
see,
They don't want
it's
to do
a
music business.
It's a business.
Yeah, so now you got them performing with low quality because they don't have nobody investing because they don't want to really get an actual investor, right?
Right.
So the first time I went back to Liberia, this is what I realized with the industry, the problem with the industry, that I met one picking fire, the picking moving around, the picking one of the big artists. As a picking manager, picking content, it's kind of regular picking from Philadelphia, yeah. So literally, when it comes to managers in Liberia, they want sponsors, somebody who can get them money. So that has no idea IQ when it comes to the music industry. So they're just looking for people to take care of them, buy them clothes, pay for them, someone to stay.
Yeah.
No, so that's what really going on in our industry. That's why it's not actually growing. So like, I need you to kind of talk to the picking in and getting like insight when it comes to music business, bro. Like,
Listen.
you actually gotta really sound with somebody who can actually get you to the next level, not just take care of you for that moment because you're not gonna get to the next level with that.
Man, look, I just look at it like this. I'm only going to speak on what I know and what I've been through. You feel me? Everybody got their own experience, own life. But one thing I will say is nobody's coming to save you. Like you got to think about it. And also you got to look at it like this. Somebody, if you really want it that bad, if you really want to do this music stuff, bro, like you have to give it your all, no matter what. Like your music has to be as important, or your dream has to be important as like your kid in a sense, like your child. If you have children, it got to be important
It's
to
your
you.
baby.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like if you seen your loved ones in a burning building, imagine that being your dreams, right? Your family's in a burning building. You outside of it, you made it out, or you just coming home and you see your family crying. You got to go in. You're not even gonna think twice. You're gonna probably break that door, go through that thing, and bring your family out. And you know what I'm saying? That's how you got to take your dream. That's how serious you got to take it.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't depend on people to invest in your dreams. You have to be that person that's gonna go out and go save yourself, and then everything you want will come to you. Every single thing. It's just like planting the seed.
Yeah.
I can plant this seed today, put all the water I want into it today. You and I, we gonna go to Puerto Rico and come back. It might not be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we come back, but a
due
year
time.
later, you got a whole plant now. It's like, damn, bro, I've been doing this. When people ask how long I really been doing this, bro, I've been doing this since 2017. I didn't ask nobody for nothing. Anything I ever asked for was God gave it to me. You know what I mean? And he gave it to me in the form of a problem, and I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I like
you
that.
know, so I shout out to my team, shout out to all my people that, because honestly, my whole career was pretty much like supported by
Based off family and stuff like
family, Liberians, Africans.
that.
You know
Your cousin Samuel from Kings and Queens.
That's one of my managers. That's my brother.
Seeing him,
You know what I'm
played a
saying?
major role in that.
I love that you said that.
A huge role in my life.
A lot of people don't like to work for free. A lot of people don't like to do anything when they're starting off. They want to start getting paid. And I love that you said that. Because with any business, when you're starting, you have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Like you said, you was in that studio, you were making beats, you're giving things away. Not a lot of people want to do that. So what is one advice that you'll give to an up-and-coming producer?
Sweep the floors. You gotta sweep the floor. You gotta start from nothing. You can't be Scarface at the top of the world with all the money, and then you forget that Scarface was in the kitchen sweating and he just a man with dreams. If you ever watched the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great advice.
you know what I mean.
That's a great
You gotta
advice.
sweep the floor, and you have to give it all to God. As soon as I really started putting God in my life just started. You know what I mean? More challenges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what makes your character. That's what develops you into who you are.
I
You know
love
what
that.
I'm
Now I
saying?
got to get a little personal
Are you?
here.
Oh,
You know, I got to You want to take it for the ladies?
No, go ahead.
He
Yeah,
said-
put it- it's
No,
like,
I was
yeah,
asking, like,
yeah, I'm thinking about it myself.
When it
Yeah,
comes to
think about it.
collaboration,
We'll let him
are you
take it.
open to collabo with upcoming artists, underground artists, and artists and stuff like that?
My whole career was built off up and coming artists. And that's why to this day, like, I'm so humble. Like, my lawyer would be like, man, you're kind of like wasting your time with this, that. You don't say wasting my time, but like, bro, like, you gotta remember who you are, bro.
Right.
Remember who you are. But I'm like, you know what? That's true. You can't help everybody. But yes, you know, if it makes sense. I work with anybody, not everybody.
So you open to work with anybody?
Yeah, not everybody.
Not
So,
everybody.
so let me give you advice from somebody I got, right? I'm really good friends with this producer called Mastercraft, right? He gave me this advice. He said, bro, the reason why you see I don't really work with everybody, like, for example, artists in Liberia, because you would see an artist in Liberia, you'd do a record with them, right? They will not promote that song, but they will do a record with like a local producer and they will push that record. Because they're thinking because you got a bigger brand, your brand's supposed to push that song for them. So you got to be very careful, because then when people go on the internet now to take a look at this record, they say, oh, this produced by this person. They start to question your credibility. So that's something that you always got to be mindful with when it comes to, you know how it is all about, people will be looking at your brand according to like who you are.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful and strategic about it.
Yeah, you got to. You know what I mean? That's why I always say I work with, I think I said it correctly.
Yeah, you
so
did.
I work with everybody, not anybody.
Not anybody, yes. That
I work
makes
with
sense.
everybody.
Let me
just
ask
not
for the
anybody.
ladies, because whenever we have a guy on here, the ladies need to know: are you spoken for, or are you single and ready to mingle?
I mean,
A lot of single Liberian ladies, though.
I'm a little bit spoken for.
Yeah, a
You
little
feel
bit
me?
spoken
A
for.
little bit spoken for. You
Okay,
feel
not
me?
a whole lot.
Can't really
So
answer
saying
the question.
he's saying that small room
little
for
bit.
somebody to
Yeah,
come
man.
and speak.
Right now, my dreams is my girl.
Okay.
Dreams is my wife.
I love that.
My dream is your girl.
You know what I mean?
Your
That's
dream
really
is your
it.
wife.
That's what it is for me. You know
That's the
what I'm
best way to
saying?
put it, though.
You know, I'm single till I'm married, man.
That's the best way.
That's
to put
coming
it.
from the real man.
I'm
They been
single
dating
till
till you
I'm
get
married.
married.
They been dating till he got married.
Damn it, Joel.
I want every man in this world to listen to
You
this
get
from me.
personal with that answer, bro.
I want every
Dating
man
till
in
you
this world
get
to
married.
listen to me.
Cheers to
Listen
that.
to
I
me
love
as
that.
a
You were just
man.
saying it the whole time. Dating till you get married.
Serious, as a
Dating till you get
man,
married.
you're dating till you meet your wife.
You
Don't
gotta
never-
date with intention.
Yeah.
You gotta date with intention.
You gotta,
yes.
you know, be with somebody intentionally.
No, but you have to date till you meet your wife, though, because at the end of the day, you can have an intention with somebody. Don't
You
have
know,
to
I have a
intention about
follow up
yourself.
question with that. You know, being this big time producer, do you think, even though you're married to your music right now,
Right.
would you say it's been difficult dating? Like, even when you was out there dating, was it difficult to
balance,
date
right?
because of your status? You know, being who you are.
I mean, it can get difficult because your lifestyle is not normal.
Okay.
You come home weird hours every
Okay.
day. I'm with the same people but different people.
That's
There'll be
crazy,
times
bro.
that, like, I'm not like a club person or whatever, but like I'll turn the studio into a club. I'll invite all my friends.
So you think about it being a woman, right? Your man coming home 4 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, it takes a certain kind of woman to be able to be
Could you,
married to a
could you,
producer.
oh my God, a certain kind of woman.
To be honest, it does take a certain
Take
kind
a
of
strong woman.
A certain kind
A
of
strong
woman. Because you
woman.
could be strong and that's not really your preference.
For sure.
So
And
it takes a certain kind of
There you
woman.
go, right there, Charlie, women in the life.
That's a person for the person, bro.
There's a person for
Yeah,
a person.
So when you
know?
definitely meet your person, bro,
Yeah.
you
that
gotta
4
hold
o'clock
on
in the
to
morning
it.
gonna
You
look
gotta
like
hold
morning
on to it. I
time.
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That's
crazy,
That's
though.
why
Really
sometimes
think
I
about
can
that.
say, you know, I am spoken for. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
So you got somebody.
The music
yeah,
has
somebody
already
that-
spoken for you.
That's crazy. To really think about that, that's super crazy though.
Yeah.
That you can actually, you have to find somebody
That understands.
that understands that.
You gotta understand.
It can just be a normal thing where you find a woman that you
I
want.
don't have a normal
and
life.
she just automatically.
But I think
Fishing
that's
that.
with almost any profession, even like a surgeon. A surgeon can't just marry anybody because not everyone's going to understand
That he has to go, right?
his schedule. He can be called all hours of the night. He's always gone.
That's true, yeah.
So it's with whatever you're doing, you have to find the person that
They go right to
suits.
Cho in their life as a man. Or,
Well, I don't even want to go in there,
That's-
man.
that- that's
Brizzy
why-
on
Let's
the
go back
beat.
to the
That's
artist.
why,
BB.
that's why I say I'm married to my music.
He married to his
because
music.
There you go.
Music has allowed me to provide
For your family.
for my family, my
Yeah.
daughter, my kids, everybody. You know what I
Yes.
mean? My family, you know, everything. So, through the grace of God.
Okay, so if your daughter got older and she wanted to marry a producer,
What you doing?
Me and Mikey was just talking about it. She'll be positioned. She'll know what to do.
she'll know what to do because she already learned
She
from
know
her
what's going
dad.
on.
She'll know what to look for. I'll never lie to my daughter.
I love it. But please give us one business advice for up and coming
Producer.
entrepreneur. It could be in any field, I guess, because last time we spoke about how a lot of people get into business, but they don't really understand the business side of business. They just jump into things, and like you said, somebody stole your record label.
Yeah, somebody just organized me. My own boy organized me. I still my daughter.
Because he didn't know the business
I didn't
side
know
of
the
it.
business.
Your
I
man
didn't know business.
backdoored you?
No,
Yeah.
Wow.
no. This what happened. I didn't know the business side. I was just excited about saying I got a label. You know, how back in the day I was young.
Yeah.
Then you get excited, you and then the people that know the business,
I got a label, bro. Signed to me.
yeah, they come behind. Yeah.
So
Nah,
what
bro.
one advice that you'll give someone that's going into business or producer or create beats, anything, like one thing that you feel like is a must
only-
that they should do?
I'm only going to speak for myself.
Okay, speak for yourself.
My own personal experience. One advice is just to learn the business. I
Yes.
beg.
Take the time.
Take the time to learn the business. Now, I'm not saying go to the library and get a book and read it. Like, if you want to do that, definitely that's a bonus. I'll put you ahead of a lot of people. But learn the business, and remember that your journey is your journey. This man might have a $100,000 car. You might be driving a Kia regular, you know what I mean, 2019 Kia. You feel me? Whatever. Your journey is your journey, and once you realize that, like, it's the road gets so much easier, so much better when you realize, like, I'm just gonna focus on this business. I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna focus on what's gonna help me get to the next level. That's one of the best advice that I can give, man. And just go through it. You know what I mean? Just go through it. Go
Be okay
through
with
it.
going through it.
Go through
Be
it.
okay with
Make
it.
a
right?
sacrifice.
Just-
Yeah.
You gotta sacrifice time, energy, sleep, money, all that. Especially the money part.
You gotta
Yeah.
invest.
I
You gotta
love
yeah.
that.
So
That's a great
like
advice.
your the Billboard record, right? The last I one of your page the other day, and I saw you had the plat. So what record was that? What artist was that you worked with?
So
On that project?
that Billboard came from an artist by the name of Lil Tyler from Tallahassee, Florida. An amazing artist, amazing kid that I had an opportunity to meet in Atlanta. But I always been a fan of the kid. Like, this kid could do no wrong in my eyes. Like, when I started listening to his music,
Nice,
it was just
huh?
fire. We'll be in the studio blasting his music, and I'm like, man, I want to work with this kid. I want to work with this kid. This was like 2022. I want to work with this kid. I want to work with this kid. I'm like, Mike, dog, we gotta get in with him. Then one day, the label had us come down to Atlanta for like a songwriting camp, and I was there for like a total of like a week. But the few days that I was there, you know, I was doing what I was supposed to do, working with all the songwriters, making some bangers down in Atlanta. But then one day, one of those days, I'm like, I got word that Lil Tyler was in the studio. So, and mind you, I'm just walking and I'm hearing all the A&Rs talking. Yeah, Tyler's work. He's in the studio. He's recording. And I'm like, why ain't nobody say nothing? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, maybe it's a private session. So respectfully, man, I took a risk, like, of just kind of like being curious. Like, let me look through some rooms. Let me see who's in there, because I know all the writers that are in all the rooms. So it's not like I'm some foreign face or whatever. So I ended up going into his room where he was at, and I seen all the superstar producers that I like, that I look up to, that I appreciate, like Jetson Made. He was in the room. There was a couple others. But I had a chance to just walk in that room. I seen Tyler in there working, and I'm just like, damn. All right, I waited for the right time to like introduce myself to him. So I introduced myself to him. I'm like, yo, Brizzy On Da Beat, I'm from Philly. He's like, yo, I fuck with Philly. I work with a couple artists out there already, da-da-da-da. So I let him know who I was and what I was doing down there. And I'm like, yo, let's connect. Let me send you some records. So we connected. The night before, I was in the studio with my man Cheese, and my boy Dino. We all made the record together. And Then when I met Tyler, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna send you some beats. So I text him. I'm like, yo, what type of beats you looking for? He said some smooth Florida shit. I was like, all right, say less. So I sent him a bunch of beats. And then I'm like, I ain't get no response. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just send him this one beat that me, my man Dino, my man Cheese made. Sent him that beat. I'm like, yo, this is the beat that the label wanted me to send you. And next thing you know, I got a phone call from his label saying, yo, we need the stems, they need everything for the record. So it ended up getting on this album. We can listen to the record later, but it's called "Take Her to the House." we sampled
Take Her to the House.
Take Her to the House. TH. It's number 7 on this album.
So you trying to tell me we got a Liberian producer that's number 7 on the Billboard charts right now?
Absolutely.
And it's crazy, like, and then we get all the people that making noise.
Take Her to the House.
People put that set together. Was this that said it?
Yeah, they got position they said.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's great, bro.
That's amazing.
That's a great work, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That one just took risk because nobody handed that to me. Does that make sense to like what I was saying before?
Right.
Nobody's gonna give you nothing. And shout out to his team, shout out to my label for even putting together the writing camp and giving people the opportunity to hustle. Because you gotta hustle. If you ain't gonna do it, somebody else is.
That's true.
You feel me? So
That's one thing. Moose
Have you been
Moose
nominated
always
back
said.
home for? I said, like, have you been nominated back home for award winning when it comes to producing?
I guess I'm more of American to these guys.
No, I feel like when it comes to
You know
that,
what? I want to touch on that because
they should give you your flower, bro.
we got to connect. It comes down with it.
Yeah.
It comes
Nothing
down with
better than
connection.
Divine
We
Time,
making it happen right now.
we're going to have to touch on that. Because I take that a little personal. Because no, they do that all the time. I feel like when you're not, even when you're Liberian, but if you're not deep in that Liberian space, they don't give you your flowers.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
that's
fair.
not fair at all.
Like,
how do you qualify?
That's not fair.
Bro, you got number 7 on the Billboard.
Exactly.
No, producer song, 26 million.
This is what's going on,
Billboard
man.
number 3.
Just on YouTube.
Number 3 on Billboard and Billboard 2. The album was on Billboard 200, and we about to be gold. Like if we're not gold already, you
But
know what I'm
our
saying?
people don't recognize that and the reason I say I take it personal because they did something one time they was doing on influencers or bloggers in the Liberian space, and they had like the top 10, and then they were giving them awards. And my name didn't come up not once.
You know
And I was
why?
like,
Let
half
me
of those
tell you
people have
why.
not been paid
Let
for
me tell you
anything.
why.
achievement.
They have,
You know why they don't do that to
exactly,
you?
With your
my
achievement?
Let me tell you why they don't do
And
it
especially
because
with
they're
somebody
doing
like you.
They're doing underground stuff, right? They want to give the underground people the opportunity to highlight what they're doing, right? So now we got to figure out how to actually set that standard and set that stage.
But you got to recognize the people that paved the way, bro.
The people that
My
are
man-
paving the
my
way,
man-
the people
my
that
man-
are actually
my man,
making
America-
money, the people
America,
that are
they
not
get-
doing it for
No,
fun.
but in America
So-
they got BET, right? And they got an
Right.
underground. The Infinite W, they got
So
a
you're
hip
calling our
Philadelphia.
Liberian industry that's giving award underground.
Underground.
No, it's
Oh.
not, bro. No,
Like,
it's
like,
not.
So let me
I've
ask you a
been-
question.
I've been in
Let me ask you a
space.
question.
I've been
Let
in
me
space.
answer
I'll
our
tell you what's
question.
going on, my brother.
It's major.
Let me ask y'all this. So
It's major, Joel.
So
It
is it a difference between the Liberian music industry and like
No.
the industry?
No,
that
what happening? That's what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying, right? Underground, it's an underground scene, right? Liberian music industry is an underground scene.
So they're doing it more
Hasn't
It's the
been-
biggest
hasn't
award
been-
in the country,
it
bro,
hasn't
so it's
been-
not underground.
Yeah, I mean, listen to
It's
me.
the biggest award.
No, but you
in
have to
the
understand
country.
what I'm saying. Listen,
Yeah.
don't listen to here. Listen to what I'm saying to you, right?
Yeah.
Our whole industry is an underground industry,
So basically,
right?
are you
Yeah.
saying they're giving
So-
it to the people they not to know?
So yeah, underground. So you understand
Okay.
we're not our industry is not major yet. So what they're trying to do, so when they start
So
giving,
what do you want to
they-
push the people that are major,
so
the people that are
that's-
rubbing
that-
nose?
So that's what we have to change that. So
how do we change that?
How we change that now by doing things like this, bringing big people who doing actual real life stuff on these platforms
I agree.
and letting people know
I
about
agree.
them.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
yeah, so
Because that
that's
takes
how,
us
that's
back
how
to
you
the same
change
thing we were
it.
saying, inviting people on here that are not doing anything on Facebook,
Yep.
but they want to charge to come on
Because
here.
you got
When we
one of the-
have people that have huge accomplishments.
Yeah,
and
one of
big
the greatest
resumes.
right now
Listen,
in the
man.
game.
Listen,
Yeah, so it
dog.
comes down to
So
us.
we really got to learn
us
to
bringing the change.
respect our people that are putting
You
in
know,
the work, that are
your
winning
price-
the awards.
Your price is your price if you charging and you feel like you're supposed to.
Nah, but you don't walk in the
at
pay
the
less
end
and
of the
expect
day-
to pay Gucci
brother,
price.
But bro, we're not gonna pay anybody just for cussing or insulting,
Yeah,
bro.
bro, but it's just like, bro,
When I
It
wear
makes
clothes,
sense.
you gotta
people-
remember who
Nah.
you are, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But make Brizzy-
this my guy, but I still could have been
This my
like, yo,
brother.
I need gas, I
brother.
need
Exactly.
food, food. I could have gave you my whole rider list, bro.
That
And you
makes
could have
sense.
asked for who all's on the podcast
And
because
who's
I'm not just
there,
about to
like,
sit with just anybody.
That
So
makes
we,
sense.
You know, we appreciate
you know,
that.
you gotta you gotta stay grounded, but you know, you gotta know how to take advantage of outlets and promoting yourself. Visibility is key. You don't want to be on everybody's platform.
My
but
brother
it's
boy
like-
talking about their own Facebook. They're cussing my cause
Oh
all
my
day.
God. We're not
Breezy
gonna-
on the
we're not going to
beat.
focus on those people.
Breezy
No, I'm
on
saying
the
that-
beat.
no,
BB.
no, because
I like
don't,
that name,
because I don't
bro.
want him to
BB.
think. I don't want him to think we're talking about serious people there.
Oh.
Talking about no-
Lastly, we want to
yeah.
know
I want
what
to think
impact
that.
do you
Maybe
hope
talking
to
some
leave
serious
on the
people there.
music industry? What impact you hope to leave on the music industry?
And also, bro, where do you get your inspiration from to
Yes.
create your beats?
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah, that BB knee.
I really want to know the beat creating
Yeah.
process.
Let's
yeah.
go, man. Yeah,
Inspiration.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I did one that night. More fire.
Yeah, bro. And you gonna get listen.
Yeah, that was nice.
You getting credit on there and all that.
On that
My
hook,
brother
bro.
sound
On
for
that
y'all.
hook was
Yeah,
nice,
man.
bro.
Yeah, he was in
More
the.
fire.
He was in the. You better have
Yeah.
your BMI ass cap
You
or
got-
whoever
you
you
got
with.
no-
Bro,
PRO, you
music
feel
is
me?
I
love
music
that.
crazy. I mean, like it takes a lot of work.
People don't
to
know.
do a lot of
People
work.
know how much producers,
Yeah.
right? Being a producer, it takes so much. Yo, this shit is hard. Like you
We
just
had a-
pulling different sounds, putting it together.
Yeah,
I don't know how you
The
guys
timing of that second is like 4 people on the hook. Got it like.
But you gotta
more
love
fi-
it. You
was-
gotta
I
love
love
it.
it.
You
I
gotta
love the
love it,
creative
yeah.
process because we bring people out of their comfort zone. But the impact that I want to leave on the game, man, on the industry, man, is that I just gave it my all, man. I just gave it my all, like to the people that know me, the people that's been around me for years, the people that are with me now, my team, the people that sacrifice with me. I just want them to know that I gave my all to this stuff. Yeah, like that's
love
it.
it.
I just gave it my all. Like I want to be known as a person that just didn't give up. Use me as a testament. Use me as a story.
I love
Use me as an
that.
example. Use me.
Yes.
Like I may not be the richest man in the world. I don't care about money like that, bro. Like honestly, like I just want to be known to my kids so they know that this man he gave us this platform, whereas though we don't gotta go to school, we don't college if we don't want to, we can just join the family business. Or
Right.
I have I want to just position my family correctly. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to be somebody that people can use as an example, as a success story. You know,
You're already my brother.
You already.
through the grace of
Doing
God.
amazing
Even
stuff
though you
already, man.
don't take it, but you are.
Doing
Man,
amazing
I'm blessed.
stuff
I
already.
tell you,
That.
you know,
Coming
I
from
just-
Philly
it's
and
just-
doing all of that.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm always just focused on what's next. I'm gonna take advantage of every moment, man. But it's like,
Yeah,
all right.
sometimes you just gotta take it.
That's
in.
how it be, right? I say this myself all the time, right?
Congratulations, bro.
Every
Yeah.
day you wake up, you're living again. Like every day, it's a brand new day. You got to figure something next.
Yeah.
So you know, a lot of people in our community they're living on that past glory there.
Yeah,
They're still thinking about something they did 20 years ago.
That'd be the thing, man. Like even when I do certain podcast interviews and stuff like that, it's just like, you know, I can always recommend people that want to interview me, do your own research because like I'm more focused on the future,
Tomorrow,
like what's
yeah.
going on. So
Right.
you gotta do your kind of due diligence and see what's going on with me, so you can
Right.
understand what you know why I am the way I
Of
am.
all the beats you've created, which one is your absolute favorite?
Your favorite.
Favorite, hands down.
Tell the truth, my man.
It's
I
like
know-
trying to
I know
choose
you don't hear
your
nobody
favorite
feeling
No,
top.
man, I really don't know, man. I made a lot of beats, man. I made a lot of beats, and everything affects me differently. I'm a Libra, so I'm really.
Oh, I'm a
like,
Libra too.
Hey,
Libra.
They got you. I don't know nothing about
With
that
that
sound.
skill, we
You could have
balance.
just said your heartbeat, bro.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, man, shout out to my boy Babyface E, because he's an artist from Flint, Michigan, and I love like Michigan artists. So I had flew down to Atlanta, and I wanted to work with him, and my man Dallas Martin, shout out to him. He was like, "Yo, pull up to the studio." We locked in with Babyface E, come through. And then I had the opportunity to just randomly play him. The video's on my Instagram page. But I played him that beat, and that was literally one of my favorite beats that I sampled. I sampled the song that I got from like I got the idea from a Beanie Siegel song from his third album, The Becoming. I sampled one of those records, or I got the idea from that sample, and then long story short, I made the beat, played it for him. And the way he recorded that, man, you had to be there. Just had to be there.
That feeling,
I
right?
love sessions that
Does it for you?
just take your breath away.
Just
Like
feel
it's
your
like
soul.
it's
I
just
love
like
it.
man, it fills your
Disappear.
soul up.
You
feel me?
kind of just see everything you dream about coming to reality.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a different feeling.
Like,
So
this
that's
is why
one of
I'm
my
doing
favorite
this.
beats. And then I love No Bars beat, but I got so many beats, man. I got so
have
many
to go
records
listen
that's
to No
getting ready
Bars
to come
after
out.
this.
It's a big record. You heard it on
I've
the
heard
radio
it, but I'm
before.
gonna have to listen to it
a
again
big record.
now
It's a
that I
big
know
record.
there's my brother on the
And
beat.
listen, and that's okay because
Big
listen,
record.
the song is still growing at the same time. 26 million views is a great number to have on YouTube in
big
terms of
record.
like,
26,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But at the same time, how many people's in the world? You know what I mean? It's people that like sometimes I'll go and refresh it and just look at it and be like, damn, somebody commented like a day ago. I'm like, the song been
People are still
out.
discovering it.
You know what I mean? So, but you asked where I get my inspiration from. I get my inspiration from the struggle. You feel me? I get my inspiration from not having much. And that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have nothing, you're back against the wall. and
You got nothing to lose, right?
you got nothing to lose, but you mean you got everything to gain. So it's like, I take pride in making sure that, I try to like be nice to everybody, work with everybody, stay out of people's way, mind my business. You feel me? And just worry about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the inspiration. You know what I mean? Just being able to just look at my past and look where I came from. You know what I mean? And it's still more to go.
So my man,
love
all
that.
our
That's
people
awesome.
there watching their podcast, yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you please tell them some of the record in, some of them not here, some of the big people you work with, some of the key record there, because
Just
some of them
throw
will be listening.
throw some names
They'll
out
be
there,
yeah,
and
they
then
be
we can
listening and
close
say,
this.
I got
This is your moment to flex.
They
I want
talking
you to
about
flex for a second.
I'll say that one, yeah.
Just flex, and then we
Y'all-
close this out.
That's flex. That close out with the flex.
To me, it's not even a flex, man. It's just
What you done? Your reality.
It's like we got what we got. We got obviously JT. That's a gold record. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? If gold is 500,000 sold, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, half a million people bought it.
Lil Tyler, Take It to the House. I'm gonna do y'all even a better solid. Go to my Apple Music.
Yes.
Go to Apple. Type down Brizzy On Da Beat and look for my Apple Music playlist. It's Apple Music. They do a great job over there. Shout out to everybody that helped put the playlist together. Y'all can check out all my work right there.
That's
Y'all can
it.
check out all the records I did right there. Some of your favorite records, and then there's so much other stuff that is on the way. That's in the process. Which is, man, just stay on this journey with me. Just stay on this journey. If this is your first time seeing me, hearing about me, whatever, just stay on the journey. It's a fun job.
So Ellen made next year, I'm gonna maybe still nominate people there like this.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'll bring rotting for you till I come.
Got to get it, man. It's flower.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming.
It's one of the
to-
biggest and the greatest,
I
yeah.
appreciate y'all,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate
Thank you
man.
so
Thank y'all
much.
for the conversation, man.
Do you have any last words for the people before we close out?
Oh man, follow me on Instagram, Brizzy On Da Beat. We got a lot of music coming out all year. Next year, 2025, or whenever this interview comes out. From the timing of this interview, we
Yes.
got a lot of stuff getting ready to drop, and y'all just position yourself.
You'll put yourself
Position
together.
yourself. LIB to the world.
LIB to the world.
LIB to the world. And we're out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my
Appreciate
boy.
it.
Nice conversation.
Yeah, it was nice. That was dope.
I want. Oh, did I want? How many minutes?
Brizzy, give
We
me.
did an hour. A little
Oh, did
over an
an
hour.
hour?
Man, I got one artist for you.
45?
London, bro. He's good.
I mean, you don't start that kind of, you don't start to talk. Listen, I don't want your manager between the Liberian people and anybody. If we work with a Liberian person, then they come to me. Hey, got some
You doing
artists.
photos?
Some people. I ain't no doing this.
You did good.
Yeah, y'all did good too.
Yeah.